In the last video, I talked about the importance of aligning people around core values. This video is about sharpening the focus and enabling people to see exactly what they need to accomplish and how they fit into the big picture. It's not enough to communicate your purpose and core values. People need to know the specific vision. What's the company actually going to do in the future to improve how it delivers value? People want to know how to measure success in getting there. Defining a focused direction is not easy. It requires difficult, sometimes painful choices. But a sharp strategic focus will build trust and generate spark. And research has shown that the more focused your company's vision is, the more people will dedicate themselves to achieving it. Now, some leaders prefer not to sharpen the focus, assuming it gives them increased flexibility to respond to opportunities. But when the vision is fuzzy, trust goes in the tank. Major conflicts go unaddressed. Politics can supersede performance, and bureaucracy can trump innovation. People's cheater meters are constantly going off as they sense a lack of real leadership. I share a few examples of this in the book. In a light speed world, organizations with a sharp focus will always outperform the rest. From Starbucks to Google, from Curves to Southwest Airlines, organizations that operate with a sense of focus deliver higher value to their customers and shareholders and create an environment in which employees feel high levels of trust and spark. By definition, when people feel focused, they're less likely to get distracted by the petty stuff. Here's an exercise that I've found helps people think about vision. Cast yourself forward 3 years, or whatever planning horizon seems right to you, and imagine you're sitting at home reading an article about your company, your organization, 3 years from today. The article talks about the remarkable success that our organization has achieved. And imagine the headline and the story that accompanies the headline. So write down the headline and the story in your own words. In the story, describe what were the most important decisions that propelled the company to this success. Who made them? What specific things did the company do to sharpen its focus? What conflicts did it have to resolve along the way? For example, if it needed to narrow its scope of services or change the geographic boundaries within which it operated, talk about the ways in which the company came to those decisions. Now, when people are ready, ask them to share their headlines and stories, and then ask people to share their emotional reactions. Which stories excite you? Which stories seem from an analytical perspective to be most logical? What are the rationales for each vision? What's the value to our customers? What's the benefit to the company of moving in this direction? Keep asking these questions and eliciting responses until people gravitate toward a well-defined vision. In this way, as you imagine the desired future and then reverse engineer the decisions that leading up to it, you can identify the specific strategies that are necessary to sharpen the focus. To be successful, a vision must do 4 things. It must capture an understanding of what the company can be great at, where it excels. It must make it clear how the organization delivers values to its customers in ways that are innovative and different from your competition. 3, it must be measurable. People need to know whether the company is on course to achieve the vision. 4th, it must translate into a clear and compelling message. If it's not easy to communicate the vision, if you can't create a clear mental picture of it in your mind, then you need to work some more. Successful visions meet this 4-way test. And building trust is all about communication. And where vision is concerned, you have to communicate 4 critical things. That the leaders of the company are seriously committed and engaged in achieving this vision. That a plan is in place. That no one is exempt from change. Everyone is part of the effort. And 4th, that the benefits are large and the risk of failure is shared. One of the important themes for leaders to think about in communicating vision is that it is based on an act of will. Certain assumptions have to be made about the future. The most important thing a leader can do is articulate the vision, explain clearly the benefits associated with it, and then contrast them to the consequences of inaction. And to lead at light speed is to galvanize people in a single, focused direction. Nothing can be a priority if everything is. To lead at light speed, you need to define what is truly important. You also need to make clear what the organization will not do and what is not a priority. As we move into the next videos, I'm going to shift my focus away from strategy and toward people. But remember, it all begins with these first 2 quantum leaps, aligning the core values and sharpening the strategic focus. These are the first to make in order to lead at light speed.